his poems now.
Thank you.
Ja tämän seminaarin yksi otsikko on se, että meänkielellisyys maailmalla. One task of this seminar is our language out to the world. And it is very important. Se on tärkeää, koska meidän kielestä saattaa tulla semmoinen sisälle lämpiävä sauna. And this seminar is quite important. I think that this is the reason why the Swedish government also wanted this seminar. We must get out in the world with our novels, our songs, and our poems. Literature, kirjallisuus, mitä se on? Ett organiserat våld mot ett vanliga språket. Järjestettyä väkivaltaa normaalia kieltä vastaan. It's an organized violence against the usual language. I don't really know what I meant by this, but I think it's very philosophical.
Everybody is born without language, because when you are born, you don't speak any languages. You will learn. There is a first language you learn, and that language will determine your thinking, your logic, your feelings.
What you told about things that I am born with a tongue. I am born within the life experiences that doesn't mean anything in this group, and it can happen. It's a very human situation, I think so. I have had to experience many times. There, when I went to school, okay, I had wrong religion.
Now, there's persons who say that when I talk Romanian, I'm thinking in my own mother tongue, in Hungarian. They do a double process of translating. They first translate their abstract thoughts into Hungarian, their mother tongue, and then into Romanian. And it makes their talk slower.
Aamun äänet, hiljaisuuden kukkia. Morgonens röster, tystnadens blommor.
Nieve guarda silencio, siempre tan cerca no vengas, si que yo sepa quién tú eres. Las mañanas eligen flores en silencio.
That is the original poem. It just exists now in Spanish. Poetry. And what is it? I have written this. Omvandla det vardagliga språket. Siis käyttää arkipäivän kieltä, mutta muuttaa sen. Take the language of the normal all-day language,
Everyday language.
and transform it in some way.
Suomeksi se tuli huomattavasti lyhempi ja ruotsin sisältö tavallaan niin kuin, kun se muuttui toiseen kieleen, niin se myös muuttui se sisältö. Mutta se tarkoitus, mitä mä hänellä halusin sanoa tällä, niin se säilyy.
Minä luulen, että kun on omista runoista kysymys, niin siinä on helposti isompi vapaus kirjoittaa se uudestaan, kuin silloin, kun on toisen runoikea.
Joo, siinä on se originaali, joka on tuotanto.
Tietysti se on kääntäjästä kiinni, kuinka paljon kehtaa ottaa vapautta.
Se on siis tulkinta sitten.
Niin.
Год новий надиходить з увагнутого люстерка. У вигнутим кришталику минулое зникає, не слухаючи аніяких предписанів. Розпостирає руки тогосвітний час, що стятий холодом і б'ється по кутах покою, як метусливий сніг понад грудьми і погоркою, тривожною птушкою. Год, што гаспадарыць, і ў гэты раз ёй прапануе вырай.
I think Belarusian version for me sounds very gentle. Ласковый очень. Ласковый такой вариант получился. Не очень ласковый. А белорусский язык вообще ласковый. И он вот из-за вот этого вот так вот дает хорошее очень настроение.
Мне она кажется очень холодной, очень мистичной.
Ну, не, она холодная, мистичная, но просто белорусский язык и
Как
сделала
холод может быть
по-ласковому.
ласковым?
А просто у всех разное восприятие, да. Вы чувствуете так, да. Это очень... У меня третье еще восприятие. Okay, we try to explain what we are feeling.
When we're talking about this last poem, I had it was very difficult to understand it. And I asked Stig, can you explain it to me? Because, you know, maybe my Swedish is not so good. He couldn't explain it to me either. And then I asked my friends, well guys, what do you think of this? How do you understand? And one of them said, no, I don't know, I have no idea.
The reason why it was very difficult to explain everything is because of the fact that it gives so much input to you. I mean, it was several ideas which appeared very quickly when you were reading it. And also...
Minä puhun näistä pakenevista, karkaavista runoista. Ja sitten me saamme tehtävän samaan runoon. Siinä on ehkä neljä riviä. Ja me käännämme sitten kaikki niille kielille, mitä tässä huoneessa on.
I'm not the type of translator who can translate a poem in a certain time. I mean, you have half an hour and now you translate the poem. So this variant which I translated now is for the moment, but I might be thinking in a totally different way tomorrow or a week after.
Of course. But you remember it. You take it as you remember it, because it will give another level to our project.
Yeah.
If you remember wrong, it will be very happy.
We were thinking with what kind of words it could be replaced, or what is the semantic field of that word, what it could mean.
Shall I answer you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
If I just write Warren, it sounds not good for me. Because Warren cannot exist just as himself. There must be any other word, I feel. So that's why I wrote Warren Veschi. Korpen den Helige.
yeah.
So I thought that it's better to say du Warren. Talking to the
Yes, that's what exactly I wanted to ask. Not to,
we did the same.
in
Yeah.
Russian language.
Tämä korppi. Mulle tulee mieleen hyvin vanha kertomus, kun korppi lähetettiin matkaan, niin se ei tullut takaisin.
We were thinking of the fact that there is a very interesting Japanese haiku, which was translated into Hungarian by 20 different translators. And according to the Japanese poet, none of them got the real cultural context of that poem.
So he is not talking at all to the raven. He's just trying to write a poem about the raven. And then that man, he's writing against me again in Haparandabladet. Don't write against me.
The adjective ujo, which is so short and so beautiful in Meänkieli and in Finnish, but in Hungarian it would have been szégyenlős. So, no.
Then the poem is escaping, it's gone. Because every poem in this collection, they escape at once. So maybe it's no poem at all. He starts writing a poem, it flies away and he's thinking. Korppi, ujo noita, lentävä metafori. Älä kirjoita minua vastaan. Korpen, den flygesiaren, en flygande metafor. Skriv inte någonting mot mig.
Ravnen, den onde i fågelhamn, som sitter på gärdet och väntar på att få nyta av varmen när eventuellt min själ brinner. Men det bestämmer jag.
A bad poem. Angst. 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 Eine Angst. Die Angst. Angst. Angst.
Ворон, летающий пересмешник смысла, не тронь меня своей наступкой.
Corbule, vrăjitor blând, imagine efemeră, robute, nu-mi purta pică.
Ó, holló, félénk mágus, ige elillanó, ne rólj fel semmit ellenem.
Havran, nesmělý čaroděj, letící metafora. Nepiš nic na můj grub.
Du voron, Hashemet like Machscheife, a fliehendige Metaphor. Bitte doch nicht schreiben etwas gegen mich.
Betraktaren, den bevingade sanningsbäraren, vet att gömma sig. Vänd inte mina ord emot mig.
Вороны вещи, провидица тихий, метафора в полете, словом своим меня не упомни.
Крумкач, наставник тихмяности, летающая метафора. Не пиши ничего супроть мяне.
This regional ability to use different language. I was taken by this Kautokeino film about this uprising in Kautokeino. They used 5 different languages at the same film without any problem, where all people can easily speak 5 languages here and there: Danish, Norwegian, Samic, Finnish, and.
It's especially interesting for those who knows several languages when they can read the same poem in 3, 4, 5 languages and see different perspectives of it.
I'm looking for harmony in some way, and beautiness, and philokalia.
The anecdote says or expresses that, or what I said, that you can never guess what the poet wanted to say.
No.
And this is very interesting in this seminar, one of the most interesting things, how the different translators interpret the poem.
Actually, very often, neither the poet himself.
Yes, yes.
All in song.